Hey there, welcome to the ICF Arkansas, Oklahoma YouTube channel. My name is Brady Ross and I'm the current president of the chapter. Today I'm going to break down the ICF's definition of coaching to help you see why coaching can be such a powerful and transformational experience. I've seen incredible, meaningful transformation happen several times because of something that took place during a coaching session. At the same time, I know that coaching can be difficult to understand, especially if you've never coached or been coached before. The ICF defines coaching as partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. So there's a lot packed into one sentence here, but I want to focus in on 4 individual words that are especially important as we think about what coaching can do. The first word is the word partnering. Coaching is a partnership where the power doesn't just come from the coach, but from the relationship between the coach and the coachee. Both the coach and the client must show up for the coaching session ready to work in order for the coaching relationship to be effective. When I'm onboarding a new coaching client, I'll explain in detail the roles that we both play in the process. I'll tell them that my job as the coach is to listen well and ask powerful questions and structure the process in a way that helps them reach their goals. Then I'll tell them that their job is to be ready to think in new ways about old problems and put their learning into action through the steps that we design in the session. To help you understand what I'm talking about, let's look at a real life example. Imagine that you're a new coachee and you come into coaching wanting to talk about time management. One of the first things that I would ask you is about your desired goal or outcome for the coaching relationship. I might say something like, what do you want to accomplish by the end of the session? Or where would you like to be at the end of our coaching relationship? Each question gives you, as the client, a chance to help guide the process and think critically about what kind of value coaching could have for you. So that's a little more about the word partnering. Now let's take a look at the word process. Coaching is not and should not be random or accidental. Coaches bring a structured approach to each conversation that helps their clients discover new awareness and put that awareness into action. The coach is the one responsible for managing the time in the coaching session and taking the client through each step of the process. So different coaches will explain the structure or the layout of a coaching session in different ways, but I like to talk about what should happen in every coaching session by using 4 words that all start with A. The first thing that happens in a coaching session is the agreement. The coach and the client work together to decide what the focus of the coaching session will be and where the client would like to arrive by the time the coaching session is over. The next step is awareness. The coach asks the client questions to help them think in different ways about the problem or the issue or the opportunity that they're facing. Then after awareness comes action. The coach helps the client apply their new learning by creating action steps based on what they discovered earlier in the conversation. And then the last step is accountability. The coach helps the client lock in their new learning and the action steps that they've designed so that the client is more likely to do what they say that they want to do. There's no set rule about how long each part of the process should take, and different coaches will use this methodology in different ways. However, I believe that each of these 4 components is essential if you're going to have a strong coaching conversation. Another word from the ICF's definition of coaching that stands out to me is the word inspired. So I actually did some digging to learn about where this word inspiration comes from. Our English word inspiration is a derivative of the Latin word inspirare, which means to breathe into. And this Latin word came from the Greek word pneumo, which means breath or blow, and then the word pneuma, which means wind or spirit. If you're familiar with the traditional Christian Bible, you know that Scripture often uses the metaphor of wind or spirit to describe God's inspiration. Think about Genesis 3, where God gives Adam life by breathing into his lungs, or 2 Timothy 3, which says that all Scripture is inspired or God-breathed. So with that in mind, what role does inspiration play in coaching? What does this have to do with what happens in a coaching relationship? To me, this imagery reminds us of how coaching can quite literally breathe new life into a client. Clients walk away with greater clarity, greater energy, greater excitement than what they had before. Through coaching, clients become inspired to see the world differently, to take new action steps, and to continue making progress toward their goals. The last word that I want us to look at is this word potential. Perhaps you've heard of a man named David Goggins. David is a retired Navy SEAL. He's an ultra marathon runner, and he's the author of Can't Hurt Me and Never Finished, two recent best-selling books. I've heard David talk on multiple occasions about the 40% rule. The 40% rule states that under normal circumstances, your body and your mind will only allow you to tap into 40% of your potential at any given moment. What this means is that most people have a massive amount of untapped potential lying just underneath the surface. Coaching is about helping you draw out that potential so you can make meaningful improvements in each area of your life. This growth isn't about making you fit a certain style or mold, but it's about helping you capitalize on your unique strengths and passion and interests. Ultimately, this offers you greater fulfillment and more opportunities to make an impact in the world. To be honest with you, this is what I love most about coaching. It's not simply telling you what works for everyone else. Instead, coaching is a partnership with another person where you have the opportunity to discuss your values and your perspective in your scenario as you work to find the solution that best suits you. If you want to learn more about coaching or about our chapter, please check out this video that past chapter president Lisa Qualls made about the difference between coaching and counseling. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you'll have easy access to all of our future videos.